What's today? Today is a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Good morning, Kiki. Good morning, Numbers. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Dust Dove. Good morning, Lexi the Narnar. Good morning, Quizzical Girl. Good morning. I'm sorry I'm late, guys. We still getting drop off together. Well, I'm not still getting drop off together. I got my drop off together. The school is still getting their drop off together, which I don't understand since they do this every year. You were texting me. I probably wasn't looking at it because I was trying to rush home. I'm gonna get to it. I was trying to rush home and get here because they need to get drop off together. I don't know where my baby's supposed to be. My baby's in kindergarten. I need to see her sit down in her seat before I can leave. Y'all know how that go. I can't just be leaving my baby unsupervised. What is going on? Can y'all hear me? By the way, how am I sounding? Let me know how the sound is. So we got to get drop off together because school starts at 8. Oh, okay. Hi, Jen. School starts at 8. So I should be back, and the school is like 6 minutes up the road. So I should be back in time for my start, but I'm dealing with people who don't understand drop off. And I'm not just about to leave my baby. I need to know where she's going. I need to know where she need to be. I need to see her sit down. I need to see her hang her backpack up. These are things I need to see before I can leave. So we're running a little late. We got to get drop off together, but we are here. It has a busy court day yesterday. We watched the Adelson Trial. I don't know if you guys watched. Cardi B is in a civil lawsuit. And I did peek into the Proctor hearings. We're going to talk about all of it. We're going to have to talk about all of it. Oh, I got Kiki. Is it better? I hope it's better. Let me know if it's skipping, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to start with the Adelson Trial because yesterday, yesterday when I said, we all know Wendy did it, I was kind of just joking. Because you guys may have watched Charlie's Trial. I didn't watch Charlie's Trial. I am coming in this blind, brand new with the information I get from this trial. And I got the impression that Wendy did it just based off her demeanor on the stand. I got the impression that Wendy did it based on the co-conspirator. I can't remember his name. I want to say Sigfredo, but it's not Sigfredo. It's the other one. And he kept saying, Wendy won it. And I'm like, where is he getting this information? So I assumed that Wendy knew, but I was just joking. Day 3. Oh, Wendy Lewis. Thank you, Jen. Wendy is the mastermind of this, and I need to be in the room where it happens, where they decide that this woman gets immunity. Because what is going on? Let's lay the scene. First of all, I want to know the strategy behind calling Wendy before all these people, because my strategy would be call all these people and then call Wendy so she cannot play the doe-eyed innocent little dove that she was trying to play on the stand. Because before you know all this information, if you're not like me, very observant, I can read people very well, there may have been a juror or two to fall for the fact that when they gave her immunity, maybe she didn't know anything. And now you hear all these people and you like, no, bring her back. I got a few more questions. Because she absolutely knew. And you guys have watched Charlie's Trial. I didn't. I'm going to say, if the trial stopped right now, because I still don't know what Donna's defense is, but I will tell you this, that if the trial went to the jury today, Donna walks. Because I haven't heard them mention Donna's name yet. Now, this trial is supposed to last 2 weeks. So we have about a week and a half of more information that we need to get, that I'm sure they will connect Wendy why they're going to charge her. I mean, Donna, why they're going to charge her and not Wendy. But so far, this seems like a scheme that Wendy and Charlie came up to come to her with the bullshit. Because listen, it feels like all I heard late yesterday was Wendy said, Charlie said, Wendy said, Charlie said, Wendy wanted, Charlie wanted. Now, it definitely feels like Donna is a very overbearing, overarching mother who has whipped these children into behaving, except that older brother. I went back yesterday and I watched the older brother's testimony after Wendy's, and he can't stand nobody in that family. And he absolutely believes all. Listen, that older brother, Robert, he should have been up there like, I believe every word. Excuse me, is this thing on? I believe every word. He believes every single fucking word. And then for you to send your lawyer up there, this is how you know that even on trial for her life, she still can't help but be that nagging ass mama. She still can't help but be that nagging ass mama. Because why did you send your lawyer up there to be like, when the last time you came home? Do you call her every day? When the last time you talked to your mama? Like, lady, this is not the time for you to get your digs in about why your son don't come home. I'd have been like, no, I ain't been home in a long time, and this is why these people is crazy. These motherfuckers is crazy. That's why I don't come home. But I knew some shit was off when I called. They called me and told me this man got killed, and nobody was nervous. Nobody was asking questions. Nobody had no... Because let me tell you something. They very uppity, well-to-do, good white Jewish folks. So they don't have a lot of gun violence in their family, which makes it even more strange that they're not tripping about somebody getting murdered in cold blood in their driveway. Okay? It makes it even more strange that nobody is worried about this. Hold on 1 second, guys. Because there are people in the hood who lose a cousin once a week to gun violence. And they still... That was mean. And they still be tripping every single time. They still want the details every single time. So for y'all to have somebody killed in their driveway and just being like, don't talk to the police about it, is crazy. It's not normal. And he picked up on it right away because he thinks those people is absolutely insane. But I want to lay the scene. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back. I had to get my notes because when I tell y'all I was scribbling like a monster yesterday, I could not believe what I was hearing. Let's talk about, let's lay the scene. And I need somebody to very clearly and very in detail explain to me how Wendy is getting away with this. And if she can tell me the step by step. Because I got baby daddy I don't quite like. No. I'm just playing. But here we go. We hear from Wendy's ex-boyfriend, Jeff. And I am doing air quotes for Jeff because I don't believe Wendy ever liked that man. I believe Wendy found her a dummy who found her attractive and she was going to set him up. Was she trying to set him up? She was at least trying to set him up to be the main suspect after. This is why I don't understand how Donna is getting away with this. He was, oh my God, I'm gonna text him and make him tell me all about it. She was trying to set him up to look like, oh, I have this boyfriend who was so in love with me that he killed my ex-husband for me, because you had them, the two, first of all, the murderers came to Tallahassee in June when Jeff, the other boyfriend, was supposed to be going out of town. Then they came back again when he was supposed to be going out of town. You set this man up to look like he went out and killed. Wendy seems to be a master manipulator and a master puppet master. And I cannot fathom how she is walking around not in handcuffs. I cannot figure this out. Because how is this possible? And the boyfriend had all the tea. The boyfriend had all the tea. Because he said, we were supposed to go out of town and we were going to be back. What was that? The Wednesday or the Thursday, whatever it was. He was like, we were going to be back a day before. Technically, we were going to be back a day before the murder. But she was like, just decided she couldn't come all of a sudden because she wasn't going to be there to pick up her boys. And it's like, it didn't make no sense, but I said whatever. I think that Wendy didn't know when it would happen. She didn't know when it would happen. She knew it was going to happen. So she did not want to. Hi, Mary, I miss you too. She didn't want to be out of town because she didn't want her boys to be without their mother and their father. How do you have all this witness? How do you have all this information and Wendy gets immunity? Somebody got to tell me something. It's driving me crazy. How do you have all this information and you don't have any handcuffs? When Jeff talked about the TV, because, I have always been saying, didn't he just buy the TV? Why they got a TV repairman coming? When Jeff said it looked like somebody stood up and put their fist through that TV. Huh? You said what? You said what it looked like, Jeff? You said it looked like somebody broke the TV and purposely so that they could have a TV repairman come out, so that they could have an alibi and a witness? Huh? Is that what you said? Is that what you said? And the TV was broken in June the first time. Yes, that's the first time that the killers came up there. Now, I don't plan to be a mathematician, but it seemed like they is good rich folk. Why would you be sitting up with a broken television since June? Just go buy a new one. Just go buy a new one. Huh? We know that good rich folk because the forensic accountant that testified yesterday said Wendy had over $500K, which makes her look like another liar when she says I backed out of buying that house because I couldn't afford it. No. You have to pay attention to the text message. You backed out of buying that house because you met with Charlie, and Charlie said you shouldn't be buying no house. You ain't gonna be staying here long. You ain't gonna be buying no house. You not gonna be here long, because she backed out of buying a house somewhere around Halloween, which is when Katie said that's the first time they start talking about setting all of this up. Now, Wendy gonna get on the stand and say, I didn't have enough money. Forensic accountant say you had more than enough money to buy that $300,000 house. You had $500,000. You could have bought it cash, but I'm sure nobody's doing that. You had more than enough money to get a mortgage on that house. Why is Wendy not in handcuffs? I need to be in the room where it happens. I need to be in the room where it happens. And why? See, I think Jeff, the boyfriend, I think he got up there telling all the business because he didn't put two and two together and he didn't find out, oh, bitch, you was trying to set me up. Oh, but she was trying to set me up. Oh, man, she was trying to set me up. I'm telling everything. I'm telling about the time you did tell me that your brother was trying to hire hitman and how much it was going to cost. I'm telling about the time I think Jeff thinks that she found out about the hitman, and that's why she was all drunk and crazy and on pills or whatever she was on, because she was always sick and throwing up, and her stomach had issues. So I'm not saying she's a cold-blooded murderer, but I'm saying she wanted them kids out from under that man. Poor Danny. Because we always have to come back to the victim of these crimes. He seems like a decent enough man. He seems like, I'm just not going to let you take my children 6 hours away from me because I don't trust you and your crazy family. But other than that, I mean, let's keep it cool. Let's keep it cool. We can keep it cool. I'm just not letting you take my kids away from me. And y'all had that man killed for that? Y'all had that man killed for that? It just doesn't seem that deep to me. Am I missing something? And he doesn't even seem like that terrible of a person, because there was a message in there from Donna where he's like, oh, Danny sent us pictures of the kids in their Halloween costumes because he had them for the holiday. That doesn't seem like an asshole to me. That doesn't seem like an asshole to me. He sent you pictures of them in their costume, even though it's not even your day, and even though you ain't even their mama. That doesn't seem like an asshole to me. It seemed like he matches energy, and Donna had all the energy. Now, here's the thing. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do, Dustin. I'm sure they believe their mother, because kids are very impressionable. And if they're around one parent all the time, with one parent telling them, your daddy did this, your daddy did that, your daddy did this, your daddy did that, your daddy did this, your daddy did that, they're going to believe it. Do y'all remember how, what's his name? Deion Sanders' sons used to be in that show back in the day? Do y'all remember this show? First of all, I feel like this is the fever dream. But Deion Sanders had a show with his family, and you know he can't stand that ex-wife of his. And she was crazy. And she had them boys brainwashed for a long time. For a long time. And that daddy, Deion Sanders, they can Google him. So you just imagine what Wendy is over there telling them kids. She has, John, she has use and derivative immunity because she has a subpoena from the state, which means they can't use anything she says or anything they garner from her testimony against her. So no, she doesn't have blanket immunity, but they'll have to find another way to learn the information they want to know, which I don't care. My question is, why does she have anything? Why does she have anything? She should be arrested next to them and having her own trial, because her testimony to me did not lend anything where we needed to have her have immunity. That's my point. Like, her testimony didn't, and I don't know what she said in Charlie's trial, but in this trial, her testimony to me did not move the needle in any way where it's like, no, we have to have her. We need her to say these things so we absolutely need her to have immunity. I just don't get it. I just don't get why she had to have it, because it seems like she's the mastermind of this. And so far, I'm sure they have a whole nother week of evidence and witnesses, and they're moving pretty quickly. So who knows what we're about to hear about Donna. But I'm saying, so far, if the jury got the case right now and I'm the juror, Donna walks away. And I'm wondering why the hell I'm not on the jury for Wendy. Because so far, I'm not seeing what Donna's role in this is, besides being very overbearing. Now, what it feels like right now, because it feels like when Wendy is not around Donna, she's fine with staying in Tallahassee. She's fine with communicate with Danny. She's fine with all of this. But then Donna gets involved and gets in her head, and she turns into a little mini Donna. So it feels like Donna is telling her, you need to do something about this. You need to hurry up. You need to not relax. You need to put on your, you can't not be around family. You need to do something. And then she's probably on Charlie's line, because I'm sure Charlie could give a good goddamn about his sister and her husband. He out here rolling around the sheets with his Asian chicks. Charlie got a little East Asian fetish going on. Because Katie and that ex-girlfriend, just alike, if you ask me. Charlie could give a shit. But they got that mama, that irritating mama in their ear like a fly, like a mosquito. And say, like, what are we going to do? Because I'm tired of hearing her mouth. Got to see her every day. Got to see her every day, hear her every day. What are we going to do? How do we get you to go live next door to your mama so I don't got to hear her mouth anymore? It doesn't feel like so far, and I don't know everything, it doesn't feel like that this moment in the trial that Donna set this up. It feels like Wendy and Charlie set it up, and then Donna was like, all right. And for all of her faults, Cersei Lannister, she loves her children. So of course she's gonna pick up the pieces after they did something crazy. And of course, Wendy's the baby. So they're gonna insulate her and make sure that it can't fall back on her. And they just assume that it would never fall back on the brother and the mother, because we don't got nothing to do with it. This is what it feels like just so far. It just feels like this so far. Where is Donna's role in this? This feels like Wendy had absolute knowledge of everything that was going on. The way she set up Jeff, the way she talked to Jeff, the way she set up her life, the way she changed them boys' names immediately, the way she drove past the crime scene. And to think. So we ended the day yesterday. Who did we end the day yesterday on? I want to say the tech guy. We ended on the tech guy who was like plotting the phones. And at first, when he said that Sigfredo had called Harvey, I said, What was it? I said, what? Not the daddy. Not the daddy. Turns out it feels like he was probably maybe Googling and trying to find Charlie, and then called his dad. And just think that may have been the connection that got them caught. Just think about that. You being a jealous asshole may be the connection that got y'all caught. Because he was saying how we do it is we plot phone numbers that's in the same places, in the same time. And when they pull those numbers down, there's thousands of them. You know how many cell phones are in an area at one time? There's thousands of them. But they have a system where they're like, I'm going to pull all the phones that were at the school and all the phones that were at the house and all the phones, and we're going to try to find them some matches. And then even in those matches, you might find a couple hundred. But now we run the phone records and see which ones match. And you had to be a jealous bastard. And now we all in jail. And now we all in jail. Because you can't keep little Miss Katie out your mind. Let me tell you, y'all buried the lead on this one. Y'all buried the lead on this case, and I blame it on y'all. Because it is deep, honey. It is deep. How was everybody involved in the master setup to kill this man. Again, I want to keep coming back to, we have to remember the victim in this. It's not that deep. It's just not that deep. And Wendy, it seemed like you were set up. You were okay with living in Tallahassee. You're about to buy you a house. Why? I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And maybe I'm just a disrespectful son of a bitch. But my mama can't tell me nothing I don't want to hear. You can't tell me anything I don't want to hear. I don't understand how you could let your mom just get into your brain that much where you set up the space to kill your ex-husband, the father of your children, and then just strip them away from that whole side of the family. Why is this woman still walking around? Why is this woman still walking around? Good morning, Kim. Why is this woman still scooting about with $3 million? Because that's how much they said his life insurance was, right? Had an estate of over $3 million. You just still scooting about. Change your son's name. And it appears to me from yesterday was Wendy's day, which is why I don't understand they had her on before all of this information, because I have not listened to the wiretap genealogy. I haven't heard it. But having all this information before we see her, they haven't played that yet. So maybe after I hear that, I will go, okay, yeah, Donna got something to do with it. But I'm just saying right now, if we ended the trial yesterday where we stopped, it would feel to me like Donna would walk away. And I would wonder why Wendy, I'm still wondering why Wendy is not in handcuffs. But so far they have put on a case against Wendy and Charlie, which why I don't understand why she's not sitting over there in handcuffs as well. Why are you not trying this case 5 times instead of 4? I don't understand. I'm still mad at the wedding. Donna refused to serve kosher like day one. What do you mean? What do you mean she refused to serve kosher? I think Donna brought the money. Maybe they ain't told us that yet. Do you think they will call her back? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just not sure why she was called at all. She lends nothing to anybody's defense. She lends nothing to anybody's prosecution, because she's not going to get up there and lie, because that strips away even her use and derivative immunity. She's going to get up there and not remember anything, or just flat out pretend she doesn't know anything, because how much does she know? I'm sure her defense is, this was my brother and my mom. I had no idea. I was just, living my life. I was going to court a lot, and, I was very tired of it, and I just really wanted my boys to be happy. And I don't really know. So that's her defense. So I just don't understand why they needed her to be on the stand. Maybe because they needed her to read some emails, but the emails they're nothing to me. Now maybe they mean a lot to the jury. They're nothing to me. I don't understand why this woman is not in handcuffs. I don't know how she's doing this. I need to be in the room where they say, okay, we're going to charge Charlie and Donna. Because here's the thing. If you needed somebody to have immunity, maybe Donna wouldn't testify against her kids the way her kid is testifying against her. Maybe that's why she got immunity. Maybe they offered immunity to all of them, but I'm telling you, them boys be more brainwashed than the girls. Wendy probably was brainwashed by her mom, but she couldn't wait to get away from that bitch. So yes, I'll testify against both of them. Yes, I will. I want both of them out of my life, because even Charlie said that Wendy damn near didn't answer the phone for him half the time. Yeah, like my impersonation. That's how I see her in my head. Because Wendy wouldn't even answer the phone for Charlie half the time. And I'm sure she did whatever her mother said, but she couldn't wait to get away from her. Which is why I don't think she really had a problem staying in Tallahassee. So she was about to buy her house. She's like, okay, cool. At least I get some reprieve from that lady. I feel like Wendy was playing both sides of the fence. I feel like with Danny, she was like, okay, whatever, cool, I'll stay in Tallahassee. And then when she get on the phone with her mom, she's like, I hate it here. It's so terrible. I feel stuck. I don't want, because she got to play the role for her mama. I'm telling you. Not having kosher food for your new hubby and his family is way more than rude. What's going on with the kosher food? That was rude what she did at the wedding by not having the requested kosher foods. What's going on with the kosher foods? That's another thing about Donna that I would have to, like, lady, get out of my face. I don't understand. I don't understand the overbearing mothers, and I don't understand grown people who still fall victim to their overbearing mothers when they got their own kids in their own house. Because you know how you get away from your mama talking shit? You get your keys, you get your purse, you put your coat on, you put your keys in your ignition, and you back out the driveway, and you say, I'm not answering the phone. I don't understand these people who really be at the beck and call of their mothers, these grown people. And I'm not saying that you don't love your mother and you don't care for your mother and you're not there for your mother when they need you. But let me tell you something. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm leaving. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm leaving. But does she hold the purse strings? Charlie is a dentist and Wendy is a lawyer. And she's married to a very successful lawyer. Did she really have the purse strings? I mean, what was she going to do? She was going to die eventually. I don't think she was bankrolling their life on the day-to-day where I have to still sit here and listen to you. Because that older brother got the phone. He got his medical degree and he said goodbye. I don't want nothing to do with you. That's how you do it. That's how you do those overbearing mothers. She'll come around or she won't. Like, I don't understand what type of money they need from her. Charlie had $300,000 stapled in the safe. He's a dentist. Go start your own practice. Move away from that crazy heifer and go be a dentist somewhere. Like, it just doesn't. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. And what's going on with the kosher? Donna promised kosher and did not do it just because. That was the point I was going to make. Donna is very weird in the fact that she felt like Dan was too Jewish, but then she couldn't be with Jeff because he's not Jewish enough or at all. Or it's like, girl, where is the medium? Do we got a map? Do we got to be like 3 on the Jewish scale before you okay with it? Girl, get out of my face. And why is it that Charlie can go lay up and fool-la-la with whatever little Ming Lee he want to, but I gotta only date these men that you send me off of jewishlove.com? What the hell is going on? I don't understand. And I don't understand why they were so beholden to this woman. Danny wanted kosher. Let me tell you something, I don't give a good goddamn if I say I want hot dogs and pork and beans. If I pull up to my wedding and there ain't no hot dogs and pork and beans, I'm flipping all of this show. So Dan is a better word person than I would be. And isn't kosher like very specific to some Jewish people? Like, they won't even eat anything else. Like, how fucking rude. This is my wedding. These are my people. These are my folks. We would have had a court case right then. Because get this woman away from me and my family. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? If I pull up to my wedding and the food is not how I like it, everybody sit down and wait. We about to go order some takeout. Because how dare you? How dare you? And I don't give a damn how much you spent on the catering. Somebody run up to the halal meat place and go get me some steaks. Because these people is crazy if they think I'm about to eat. Like, what do you mean? So she's just been rude her whole fucking life. Day 3 was all about Wendy, and you're not going to make me believe that Wendy don't know what's going on. Wendy knew. Wendy knew. Wendy planned. And Wendy planned enough to try to set Jeff up. I don't understand how this woman is not in handcuffs. I don't understand how this woman is not in handcuffs. But before we get out of here, let's talk about Proctor really quick. Do we care? Do we care? I don't care about Proctor. I care that he really believes he deserves his job back. The audacity has always perplexed me. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that I am an African-American woman in America, that I just don't dream in that color of audacity, because I know I don't have any. I can't have any. But the audacity of him to sit up there and think that he deserves his job back is crazy. But I will tell you what, I didn't even watch all of it because I don't care. But I watched clips, and whoever that commissioner is, round of applause, because she's not for no shit. And isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that Proctor's lawyer is sitting up there talking about how he doesn't have discovery? Oh. Somebody should write it in the book. Isn't it funny? Isn't it annoying? If I was Alan Jackson, I'd have popped through the doors right then and there. As soon as he said, I don't have all of my discovery, I'd have ran through the doors with Rosemary Capiccio in the background and said, excuse me, say what? What don't you have? Can I hear it out loud again? You don't have your discovery. Isn't that annoying? Isn't that annoying when you don't got the shit you need to prosecute your case, to defend your case correctly? Don't that just get on your nerves? How dare you? Because again, they're only talking about, excuse me, they're only talking about what he did in the Karen Reed case. But let's be clear, there's whole hearings going on right now with Miles King and Brian Walsh about missing discovery that Michael Proctor had his hands on and did not turn over for years. And you are sitting up there with that big peanut M&M head talking about how you want your job back. Who would want to sit next to you in a squad car? Who would want your hand? Which one of them ADAs would want your hands anywhere near their case? So I don't know if there's bylaws and policies and whatever that actually should have fired him. But what I would say is, listen, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but you can't come back, because we don't want your grubby little hands on nothing we do. So go away. I'm sure there is some racist, podunk, ho dunk, little police town. You'll always have a job because there's always a police department that loves the scum of the earth. But you can't come here. Go away. Could you imagine what it would be like to sit in a squad car with Michael Proctor if he was reinstated? Who would want to sit next to him? If he pulled up to a crime scene, everybody at this crime scene would be like, oh, hell no, not this guy. He would roll up as soon as they was like, who is the investigator in the trial? Michael Proctor. The whole jury should go, oh, brother, this guy stinks. Go away. Take your licking and get to kicking up the road. You can't come back. Can't sit here. Can't sit here. Yes, Mary. I said, oh, what is that? That sounds like a black woman. You ain't never coming back, sir. And we said, I don't have discovery, so I don't know who's going to be a witness. She said, I don't know how to, I'm not going to tell you how to go forward with your case. I'm telling you right now, if they're a witness, they shouldn't be in here. So figure it out. Just put everybody out if that's how you feel. You don't even need two numbers. It's just a bunch of hoopla and malarkey. Just malarkey. Get out of here. Go away. Go to sleep, Joe. Go to sleep. Go away from here with this, Apollo. We don't care. Go. I'm tired, y'all. I'm just really tired. Today drained me. I hate him. I want him to go away. But also, is anybody watching the Cardi B civil trial? I only watch, first of all, listen, I am no rich person apologist. You all know that about me. I am no rich person apologist. But I will say, it has to be annoying that anybody can sue you about anything. And you have to spend money to defend this case, because if not, they'll win. Even though it's bullshit. You don't even have to watch the whole Cardi B case. You can just watch the direct examination and the cross-examination of the woman that is suing her. And right now we're on the direct examination of Cardi B. Now, y'all know that it's really not even that deep. It's basically this woman is saying that Cardi B scratched her with her nail, and they were in an argument in the doctor's office, and she's saying that she scratched her with a nail so much that she had to get plastic surgery or something. And it's just like, as somebody who wears acrylic nails, that's not true. That did not happen. Point blank, end of story. As somebody who wears acrylic nails, that's not true. That did not happen. And Cardi B wears her nails even longer than mine. And I'm going to tell you, those long nails have no strength at all. You can't do anything with them. There's no way she could scratch you and get a hold of your face enough in those nails without them breaking to scratch your skin. It just did not happen. It just did not happen. It just didn't happen. But y'all know I say all the time, I don't have the professionalism or the decorum that I should have in my big age. And I do not do courtroom work because I don't have the temperament. However, so far be it for me. Far be it for me to question the skills of any lawyer that's in the courtroom, because I think it takes great skill. I think it takes great courage. I think it takes all of that. But if you want to... if you want to watch a case and go, what the fuck? You should watch, all you have to watch is the examination of Cardi B. I'm like, girl, where did you get this lawyer? Not Cardi's lawyer, the other woman's lawyer. You got this lawyer because nobody else would take your case. That's what happened. Nobody else would take your case, and this lawyer wanted to get his teeth wet and his name known. And he said, ooh, I got a case against Cardi B, even though I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Even though, well, just emotional support. Exactly. You sure wasn't a dog in there? Didn't no nail scratch your face? If you want to watch a lawyer have no idea what they're doing, go watch Cardi B case. It's actually a very, if you like watching cases and you maybe even thought about going to law school, or you think you're very You've watched enough cases to think you could call out objections and stuff like that. I implore you to watch the examination of the girl who's suing Cardi B and the examination of Cardi B. And come back and talk about what you think about that lawyer. Law and Crime and Court TV, Mary is playing it. Come back and tell me what you think about that lawyer. I immediately knew what was happening. You couldn't get anybody else to take your case. So you got the first lawyer who bit. And he's an idiot. I'm not going to call that man an idiot. I'm going to say he knows he doesn't, maybe he doesn't do this type of case often. But his questions, even the judge was like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Stop doing that. Move on. That's not how you do that. That's not what that means. You probably need to go read your case facts again. What type of objection is that? Oh, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. And I just started to think yeah, that is a downfall of being rich. People just get to sue you. People just get to sue you, and you have to go and show up and defend yourself, even if it's dumb. And I would be so annoyed. But then, comes with the territory, I guess. You give me $10 million, I'll take a couple lawsuits. I show up to a couple court cases. Comes with the territory, I guess. Anywho, let's see what we got going on today. I think today is when I get a lot of the voice tap, the phone taps, and this bump call that you guys are talking about, because this is the tech guy who did all that stuff. So maybe now we get into what is Donna's. He's unseasoned genealogy. He's something. I'm just like, get some help, phone a friend, call her, something. And she's not helping. She's not helping the lady who's suing Cardi B. She's not helping. Why are you sitting up there with an attitude? Who you mad at? Your lawyer or this case? If you mad and you don't want to do this no more, raise your hand and say I'm out. So we don't got to sit here anymore. What? It's just a mess. If you want to laugh and you want to be like, what the hell is going on between the sheets in my home? Go ahead and watch that, because you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? I don't think he gets any more cases after this. I think this is a bad look for him, a bad do. I think he should have said no, like I'm sure the other 20 lawyers told her when she went to them. Or that doctor who got up there and actually said she had a scratch on her face, and everybody was looking at the picture like, what scratch? Where is it? Is it right there? No, that's a mole. Is the scratch? No, that's a freckle. Wait. Get out of my courtroom with this. I'm surprised they allow this to move on, but it's a civil trial, so preponderance of the evidence and all. They have video of the bump, not just voice recording. They have video. Oh, I want to see that. I want to see that. That'll be very interesting. I think that's when we get Donna's involvement. But again, I think so far, even after that, I need them to show me involvement to the point of planning. Because right now it feels like Wendy and Charlie planned, and Donna just kind of tried to pick up the pieces after her children, is what it feels like. And I'm not saying she shouldn't be charged. I just don't understand how she's sitting here and not Wendy. I guess it's my problem. It feels like Wendy and Charlie are the biggest hands in this, and Donna is the matriarch of this family. So I'm gonna clean up after my children. I'm gonna tell y'all doing this shit wrong. I'm gonna tell y'all what to do, even though she's just as dumb. She ain't no criminal mastermind, but she runs the family, so they do what she says. And so it feels like she just kind of tried to fix their shit. And now she's sitting there and you walking around. Donna a better one than I ever be. And so is Charlie. Because now that I'm doing life, I'm telling on my sister because they got up there and told on me. Or I don't even know if she told on them, but she got up there and testified. Anywho, Donna should. I don't know. You're right, Mary. They're the Donna's lawyers, for them to be such a well-to-do family. What is wrong with her lawyers? Why is it taking y'all so long? Why is it so slow? Why do y'all have to pause in between every witness? Why do y'all not know? It feels like y'all don't know what's going on, but maybe because they haven't really gotten to Donna yet. So maybe I'm not giving them enough grace, because maybe they feel like they haven't even started talking about Donna for real. So we don't really have much to do yet. So let me give them a few more minutes before I call them, before I say too much of her lawyers. Because right now it feels like, why do y'all need a break in between every cross? Like, what is going on? Why don't y'all do this at night? Really does stuff. This is getting more interesting and more interesting. A retired disgrace judge. Tell me more. Tell me more. What do you mean retired disgraced? Why is she disgraced? You know what, though? Now that you say that, I can kind of see it. She kind of says stuff out loud or does stuff in the courtroom to me where it feels like she might forget that she's on the other side. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. All right, guys, I got to get to work. We got to watch the trial. Sleeping with her bailiff? What? Oh my gosh. That is deep. I mean, but that's just a little. Do I need to get fired for that? I mean, we there all day. We there all day together. All the time. I'm just saying, all right, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to go to work. I got to watch the trial. We will be here tomorrow to see what else they say about Wendy or Donna or somebody. I need them to put Donna in the mix. Because right now, it feels like a scheme that Wendy and Charlie came up with to come to her with the bullshit. And now she's sitting there with her headphones on, trying to look like a little old lady. And that's bold. Y'all have a good day. Y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all take care of each other. We will be here tomorrow, 8:15. Hopefully we get our drop off together and we will be on time. Y'all make sure to like and comment and subscribe, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.